Hi there ladies and gents, boys and girls, it's Frosty Jack here. I hope you're all well and enjoying yourselves. So today we're going to start it out in the 2x4 and we've got the loud Dreamsicle pheno hunt going on in here. It's currently day 63 of flower today and it is also harvest day. So just to recap you, obviously there are 4 alleles in here, or 4 sisters. We are in a 2x4 Grassroots fabric bed and we're using the Ecothrive living soil along with the Ecothrive soil food following the Ecothrive feed chart. And for those of you who want discount codes for Ecothrive, they'll be in the description below and I'll also put it up on the screen as well for you. Anyway, let's get into the canopy. Like I say, it's day 63, harvest day, and these ladies have finished up beautifully. The only downside about this is I can't say that there's any of them that are in here that are really grabbing my attention in terms of terpene profile. If I had to pick any, it would be phenotype number 3, which is the one in the middle. You know, with the one with the big fat ugly flowers. Yeah, if I had to pick any of them, but none of them I would say really stand out and grab my attention. But they are really nice plants. They're super vigorous and very, very easy, or user-friendly, should I say, in terms of growing. And certainly if you're new to growing, I would highly recommend maybe trying something like this, because they've been an absolute pleasure to grow. So let's start out from left to right. So we'll start with number 1 first and foremost, and like I say, really nice finish to these flowers. This is one of the only main flowers. There's another one just tucked away down the bottom there, but as you can see, plant number 2 is basically taking all the space. So we can show you, it's just down in there. But yeah, again, really nice finish on number 1. Got a few white pistils in there, but nothing too major. Then over to number 2. Number 2's got a beautiful finish on her. Obviously got that real purple look going on. The temperatures have been quite cool, especially at night time. So we've been getting down to about 17-18 degrees in here, Celsius. And yeah, it's done the world of good in terms of throwing some nice colour about and allowing these ladies to finish. Unfortunately, the way the light is, it kind of shines off the top of the flowers, which means that the camera doesn't really pick them up very well. Yeah, it's something I've always wanted to learn how to get around that with the camera and what have you. But yeah, as you can see, we've got some really nice flowers in here. Again, like I say, just no major head turning sort of terpene profile. They're gassy, kind of sweet. They've got more of a they've kind of got this gassy, creamy, sweet thing going on. I would say this phenotype number 3 here, or this lady here, has definitely, she's got the most dominant kind of sweet profile going on, and that's why I say this would be the lady I would pick. Is this number 3 here, if I had to pick any. But like I say, none of it is really head turning, but beautiful, great fun to grow. And then over to number 5. So I know some of you will be thinking I skipped a number. There are 4 plants in here, but it's 1, 2, 3 and 5 that are in here. Number 4 is in the 2x2 next to me at the moment. And yeah, as you can see, number 5 here is finished up pretty much very similar to number 2. So there are some similarities here, and like I say, relatively uniform. Terpene profile is relatively uniform. Growth is relatively uniform, and again, you've seen all the flowers now. They're all pretty much the same. There's just slight nuances in there, but nothing major. But they are beautiful looking plants. I must admit, they are beautiful. So yeah, harvest day for these today. So the next lot of plants that will go in here will be the raspberry parfait, which I'm really looking forward to. Anyway, over to the 2x2, and we have got the loud Dreamsicle number 4, and it is currently day 14 of flower for this lady in here today. And again, this is part of the loud Dreamsicle pheno hunt. She was a little bit more broad-leaved than the other ladies, and a little bit more stocky as well, so I decided to chuck her in the 2x2 on her own, rather than trying to get her in the 2x4 and her getting swamped out. Because as you can see, for the likes of phenotype number 1 here, she kind of got dominated by number 2, and And the same kind of happened with number 3 and number 5. So, but anyway, down to number 4, and she is looking really, really good. I love the structure of these plants. That is one thing I can give them. This is the second, so I think this would be 8 or 9 of these plants that I've ran now. Well, after this is complete, it would take it to about 8 or 9 fully complete plants. So they're all very uniform from what I found with the Loud Dreamsicle. A really nice structure to them. Flower structure's great, all of that. But terpene profile just isn't head turning from what I found. But again, you know, one man's trash, another man's treasure. So don't just take my word for it. You really have to grow these things yourself to find out, because it's all very subjective in terms of terpene profiles and what you like. And again, I love the orange juice, but some people hate it. Those heavy citrus terps, I love them, but some people really, really dislike them. So yeah. Anyway, Loud Dreamsicle number 4, day 14 of flower. Of course, we're in a 7-gallon pot and the Ecothrive living soil. Still using the dry amendments at 50 grams every 2 weeks currently. So it is, I think I did a top dress yesterday, 50 grams of the soil food bloom, because we are now into day 14 of flower. And I'm also topping up with some liquid feeds throughout the week, once every other day, of a moderate mix, just to keep things happy and going. And things are pretty damn good at the moment, as far as I can tell. Nothing's lightening up too quickly and what have you. And again, it's just a bit of an experiment to see how much food is required to keep a plant like this going in this size pot. But with just dry amendments alone seems kind of difficult, and that's why we've got the liquids on hand, and I just wanted to keep topped up with that. Anyway, over to the other 2x2, and we have got the, what have we got? Lemon Haze. Sorry, Lemon Haze number 7. Too many plants. Lemon Haze number 7 in here. We are on day 7 of flower. And we've got a beautiful canopy forming in here. So as you can see, we've still got a bit of red stemming going on, a bit of purple streaking going on. This is something that's across the board with all of the Lemon Haze seem to be having this sort of a situation going on. I think it's more environmental than anything, possibly the cooler temperatures that have been occurring at night time. And I mean, even now, as you can see, 22 degrees and the light's been on for about an hour. So we are still definitely on the cooler side of things. But I don't mind that. I'm a hobby grower. If I was doing this commercially, then it'd be a different story. You know, you'd want everything singing because you'd be wanting to try and maximize your yields and all of that. But as a hobbyist, I don't mind. And also, when doing pheno hunts and working through stuff, if something isn't going to work in these cooler temperatures, or conversely when it gets hotter and in the hotter temperatures, then, you know, it gets to a point where you just decide, right, I'm just going to chuck it out of the garden, because if it can't, you know, it needs to be able to go through those situations, in my opinion anyway, fit for all times of the year. But anyway, this bloody Loud Dreamsicle, this Lemon Haze number 7, we've got 2 of them in here. They're both of the number 7, both the same cut as one another. Just wanted to fill out the canopy a bit more. Things are looking fantastic in here. Again, Ecothrive living soil, using the soil food and following the feed chart by Ecothrive as well. And again, super happy with how everything is looking here. Plants are looking super healthy. So yeah, all good in there. Like I say, day 7 of flower. And for those of you wondering about lights as well, all the lights in the flowering tents are all Migro. The Migro Aray 2, Aray 4 up in here, and Aray 3 over here. Anyway, over to the 3x3. Just move this dehumidifier out of the way. And we've got the rest of the Lemon Haze in here. So it is currently day 21 of flower in here for these ladies. And well, I've got to say, I'm really happy with how they're all looking. I've got an interesting one here. So this is, I don't know which one this is. Let me have a look. It is number 1. Looks like phenotype number 1 here, and you can see these top flowers are just going really purple. This is the first time I've actually I've had this happen before, where it's where they're going solid purple straight away so early on. especially on these tops. Lower down it doesn't look so bad, but when you actually look into the flowers, yeah, huge amount of anthracene production. So yeah, just something interesting. I doubt it will make the cut at all. It'll probably get tossed in the bin, but it's something interesting to see. And like I say, we're on a pheno hunt, so I don't mind. Again, I would go through all the numbers, but it's kind of hard because they're all kind of mixed up. They aren't in order. They just had to kind of get thrown in. But like I say, day 21 of flower, and we have got flowers setting in beautifully here now. Really, really nice flower set coming on, and starting to see that trichome production as well. As far as scents go, I'm picking up definitely a bit of citrus from this, a bit of that kind of lemon going on. See what this one's like. Again, using the same hands, which is not great. But again, there's a bit of citrus coming off of this as well, so it's positive, but early doors, so it's kind of hard to say anything at the moment. It's just nice to be able to smell them. But all the plants are looking really happy and healthy and relatively uniform as far as things go. We've got a couple that don't look, so we've got this one down in the back here, which is certainly more squat, not throwing out a huge amount of trichomes. And then over here as well, this fin top number 1 here, which, you know, again, isn't grabbing my attention for any great reason apart from its colouring. So yeah, but all in all, things are looking pretty damn good, pretty uniform. That one up in the back there is looking absolutely smashing. So there we go, day 21. Oh, and for the 3x3, of course, we're in the 3x3 bed, Ecothrive soil, of course. The milk bottle idea for being able to get water, or you know, be able to water for down low and what have you, absolutely fantastic idea. Works really, really well. So just wanted to say thank you to the person who mentioned that in the comments. I cannot remember the name, but you'll know who you are. You mentioned about putting milk bottles in the bottom. It's not exactly what you recommended, but it's not far off, and it works really, really well. So happy with that. Over to the veg tent. Now, as you can see, I have got the door open on the veg tent, which means it's good news. The fungus gnats have finally buggered off. Managed to get on top of them with using the old bug zapper up there, and using the nematodes and bits and pieces, seem to have got on top of them. So yeah, things are looking pretty damn good in here. We've got the new starts up here, so we've got 6 of the raspberry parfait and then 2 of the orange juice up here. These have just come out of the cloner yesterday, or out of the propagating thing yesterday, and looking pretty damn good. I'm happy with that. What we got down here, so over on the left side, so we've got one of the old orange juice left. Obviously I've just chucked out all the other orange juice mums, but I wanted to keep one. I don't know why really, just to experiment with more than anything. And an after dinner breath mother down in the bottom there, which I need to get cuttings off of. So for those of you who don't know, I'm actually moving to Canada in October, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to get another run of the after dinner breath before I go. I am hoping to get all of these over to Canada, not all of these plants, but send some cuts and bits and pieces over if I can. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'd be really gutted to lose the orange juice and the after dinner breath and the raspberry parfait. You know, I'd be absolutely gutted. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So we've got the after dinner breath mother down there. Loud Dreamsicle ladies here, as you can see, these really thin bladed ladies, and which is they're really nice and vigorous, easy to grow, but again, like I say about terpene profiles, there's nothing too special. And then over in the back there we have got all of the Lemon Haze cuts, and I think one of them is also a loud Dreamsicle as well somewhere, but I can't really see that. And then we've got 4 of the raspberry parfait down in here to go into the 2x4 for the next run. So there we are, guys and girls. That is everything. Sorry I've been rambling on a little bit on this video, but there we go. That is just my style. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll be back hopefully next week with another little update. Anyway, bye for now, guys.